It's lovely to be able to work with dogs. Having dogs in the office, having a dog at your side just reminds you why you're doing what you're doing. I'm Bridget Meadows. I am the head of food for Ollie, and I have been with the company for almost 3 years. I ended up in pet sort of by accident, but I have stayed on purpose because I've always enjoyed it so much. My background is in food science, with specifically some experience in microbiology, food safety, in products that contained meat. I have worked in pet food for about 15 years at this point, in just about every R&D role you can be in, responsible for quality, responsible for regulatory, product design for dogs, wet food, dry food, treats, as well as all the nutrition and palatability and digestibility that's really important for those animals. I think pet food technically is more challenging than human food. Pets depend on us to get their entire nutritional needs met in the foods we make. And they don't have a say about what they're eating. So I feel super passionate about making sure that they get really great nutrition, really high quality, really safe product, because they don't have a choice to have a salad one day and a grilled chicken the next. They rely on every meal to be complete and balanced. We have to do right by them. I think the important thing to remember about the taste testing of our foods is that all the nutrition in the world won't matter if your dog won't eat it. So once we have figured out that the nutrition is in place and the food has met all our quality standards, we use a panel of taste testing dogs. And these dogs have been specially trained to be good discriminators. So they're not dogs that reject all the food, and they're not dogs that gobble all the food, but they try our foods to check that the food is delicious, the dog enjoys it, that they eat a full meal. Sometimes we might look at our products in isolation, or are we looking kind of like the Soda Wars challenge? We're gonna compare ourselves against somebody else and who's more preferred. I really like our food design because our food design doesn't rely on artificial flavors, artificial colors, palatants, weird powder dusts that a lot of the other competitors out there use, because they are trying to sort of mask their lower quality ingredients. We are using really high quality ingredients, and we're handling them very carefully so that the natural flavor of healthy food and healthy ingredients sort of shines forth, because we don't want them to have to compromise between health and enjoyment. That's why I really believe that our food has to be high taste, but it's also really good nutrition, so that we don't have to feel bad about our dogs loving it. They should love it. It's really good food. Being in the pet industry for a while, I am used to talking about dog poop. And it is true that we as consumers tend to deal with the food twice. Once when they eat it, and once after their bodies are done with it and we're scooping it up with a plastic bag. So poop can tell us a lot about their health. We test these things as well in the end of development through a feeding panel where they will eat Ollie for several days. And so after a short transition period of a few days, their poop will be collected and tests will be run to see how much of the nutrition they're actually absorbing. How much is left is what's in their poop. And so we can make some determinations about how much nutrition they are getting from their food. You'll notice with a food like Ollie that has a very high digestibility, the poops tend to be a little bit smaller because there's less waste product. And so they tend to be a little bit smaller and a little bit firmer than some of the foods that are full of a lot more grains and fillers.